Hello everyone and thank you for watching. This is Hadrian. Let's play some more Total War Attila in our Crown of Charlemagne series. So we are about to engage in the largest battle that we have fought against the Muslim Caliphate yet. I'm excited about it. Battle of Pamplona, 818 AD. We have some reinforcements. Over 1,000 reinforcements, in fact, from the Kingdom of Charlemagne. It's in a relatively wooded area. Looks like we might have a river and or road. I think river on the battle map. Alright, we're going to wait. I don't want to fight them in the fog. Might not have a choice. Don't have a choice. That's great. That's great. Alright. Yeah, it's a road. Alright, so let's take a moment to kind of examine the terrain. Their army's here. We are able to place our army anywhere here, so we could potentially hide units back here if we wanted to. Or we could also hide units in the woods here, which could be handy. So and our reinforcements will be coming from that direction. Yeah, I think what I want to do is have my artillery here. We're going to have our cavalry hiding in the woods. We'll do a selection group just so that we can have them in a good position. I like the fact that this tree is here as well, because anything marching through the area has to deal with that. You can't just run through the trees. So there's our general. Alright, we're going to have our archers like so. Perfect. They will not be set to skirmish. They're just going to fire at will. I do want to have flaming rounds from my catapults. Now we're going to have our swordsmen in a long line like so. Alright. Let us begin and see what happens.
False gods of our enemies, listen to me.
So the range of our catapults is here.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Can't quite see it yet.
We have sighted the enemy.
I know. I've known where they are. This could be an interesting battle. Not much of a color scheme on these units. I mean, their shields are colorful, but their armor itself is just kind of black/gray. Alright, so far I think the fog is hiding our lines from them. They can see my catapults though, because the catapults are just big. Speaking of catapults, those are our range indicators. Their catapults are right there. So their range, you can see it approaching in the middle of the screen there. It's about right there. So that Angers is not nearly as close to them.
God give us strength.
One thing I wish that the battles in Total War were a little better at doing is I want these in order on this list here, left to right. Notice if I pick this one, it's that one, this one is that one, this one is that one, and this one is that one. So I have to manually kind of look at... Okay, my artillery are already firing, which is fine. We'll see what happens with just some... Ooh, some solid hits there to open the battle. solid hits. Yeah, they're all marching very tightly together, which they really shouldn't be doing. Alright, I'm going to switch to normal ammunition and fire on their onager with one of my catapults. Meanwhile, just to see what happens, we're going to switch to explosive rounds. Where are we? Yeah, we're going to switch to explosive rounds with the rest of our artillery. Did a great deal of damage to them with our first several hits. There we go. There's some explosive rounds. Alright, so far artillery haven't been able to hit anything. Alright, good. They took out one of them. Two of them. There's only one left. That's good. Where's that gonna land? I don't think it actually killed anyone.
The enemy is attacking our general.
It's okay. Oh man. Alright, so now the explosive rounds are being hurled at close range. Let's see if we can take out their general, since he's just hanging out in the back, not doing anything. Ah, they managed to move some units out to the far side of the battle there. Just paying too much attention to my artillery, not enough attention to everything else. That's fine. We have a present for them.
The enemy are losing ground.
Of course they are. Alright, so it appears that we were able to do a lot of damage to the general. We've got our cavalry charging out from the woods to pay them a visit.
Enemy units have returned to the battle. Their general has fallen. Our
Good.
victory grows ever nearer.
Alright, so these guys are trying to come in from the back. We're going to stop them. Okay, they're running. They're not liking the looks of this. Cavalry attack from the back on these two units of swordsmen here, so that is taken care of. And I think that's it. Yep, they're all running. Good decisive victory. The reinforcements didn't even help us. Raise your hand if you're surprised.
That's your command. On the move. Ready for orders.
Alright, so we can improve the authority of this general as well as the unit experience of all his recruits. And we're actually going to move this army back next to Tudela so that my armies are together here. Public order is suffering in Pamplona after their repeated attacks. Public order is improving finally in Santander, but not... well, it has been improving in Santander, but it's not improving in Oviedo. Warrington. Oh, excellent. Alright, so I was able to finally give our son, who is possibly about to die, the legend trait that Charlemagne had. That'll help his influence tremendously as he continues to grow as leader of the faction.
We see little profit in further bloodshed.
No. I want your territory. I don't want peace with you. So they know they're getting their butts kicked. Even though that was a valiant attempt that they just threw at us. Attrition. Disease brings death and suffering to our troops. So more attrition. Rebellion is imminent. I didn't even see where. I'll have to take a look. Alright, so that hospice is... I'm going to go ahead and move them back into Magdeburg where they were. Because they have a hospice in place now that might help the troops do a little better. And I'm also going to go ahead and disband some of these. Because I need money, and having all these expensive units is proving to be a drain on my finances. As much as I would like to just have a large army, as you can in the vanilla game, or in Rome 2, it's a little bit different here. But anyway, let's see. Oviedo's public order is still dropping. Santander's still improving a little bit at a time. Okay, rebellion is imminent here. That's what it was telling me. Alright, so we can go ahead and repair the priory. And in the next turn... Oh, man, it's going to cost 4,000 to repair Pamplona. Gosh. It's going to cost 2,000 to repair the farm in Pamplona. I'm not liking the low income versus high repair cost for settlements. It's really debilitating. Alright, so that rebellion did start. You can see the rebel army pop up. I'm assuming it will eventually be able to turn the income situation around, and we'll have a more normal, like, 10,000 plus income for the campaign. That's what I'm assuming. Okay.
Ready for battle. Would that I were as swift as the angels.
Yeah, the war weariness we have right now is not helping us either.
Ready for orders.
Thankfully, public order in the Barcelona area is finally much better. I'm going to go ahead and disband this food market because I need to build something to help with the sanitation. I need to build the hospice that we built up in that other province recently. Let's go ahead and build a... No, I need to save money in order to repair Pamplona. That's my main objective right now. So, not going to build anything. Grimwald. What's your situation? Yeah, let's give you additional taxes and lower construction costs in your province. Sure, no problem. So this campaign has turned into very much a case of slow and steady wins the race.
Our warriors will trouble neither man nor beast in your lands.
Yes, they will. That's a lie. Which is not ideal. Okay, now there's a massive army. What's happening here? Okay, there are rebels now in this area. And they're coming up there. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Thankfully, the emperor is no longer sick, but he's the only one up in this area, and his army is not as big as that army. So, we have a problem. I'm going to go ahead and repair Pamplona, because I have the money to do it. And in the next turn, I'll have the money to repair that farm, so I'll wait.
My lord wishes to bestow coin on your people.
You know what? I'm going to take that. They just offered me 3,000 gold for peace. No! So, the Caliphate just made peace with me. They gave me 3,000 gold to do it. And that'll give me the opportunity to make things better down here. So who am I at war with now? Nobody. Hopefully war weariness will go away. that would be great. All right, so now we have money. Of course, they somehow already managed to convert Pamplona into being a different type town. Or maybe I never converted it.
Ready for orders.
That's what it is. I never converted it. Alright, so we're going to have this army in Tudela. Well, that's part of the reason public order's been sucking there, is that... Okay. Much better.
Ready for battle.
What I kind of would like to do, ideally, if I can get this army to leave me alone, I'm hoping they won't actually come to my territory, but what I would like to do is finish taking this territory now that I have peace with the Caliphate. And if public order can improve fast enough in this area... Alright, this governor. Additional wealth from agricultural buildings. Additional authority. Sure. And if public order can improve fast enough, then we can move our armies up to maybe take on that rebel area, and maybe take some of their territory in that area as well. Rumor has it this man's loyalty is wavering. If we are to avoid civil war, we must ensure it does not fall any farther. Alright, good. Our war weariness has gone away. That'll definitely help with public order. Public order in Oviedo is still absolute crap, though. Oh, interesting. Our brother is trying to take territory down here. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll deal with you later. He's our ally. We have a good relationship with him. I'm annoyed because I would have preferred he mind his own frickin' business, but by virtue of being an ally with military access, he has managed to start taking new territory. Good for him. We're going to have to take it from him eventually and have a bit of a French civil war at some point. Let's see.
At your command. Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Oh, we can build something in Pamplona. What can we build? Or maybe we just need to convert some stuff. Yeah, let's convert. So right now this is an estate. To convert it to a manor. This is a villa, which will convert to a hostel. We can do some research here as well. Alright. The ability to create a great market town sounds like it's something I'm going to want in the near future. Governor Egehard, what do you need? Let's just give him those. I want to work towards giving the governors the legend trait as well. So, to be completely frank with where I am right now, if it hasn't been very clear over this episode and the previous, the income situation in this campaign is driving me absolutely nuts. I don't know why I don't have more than 1,500 gold a turn. This is the first Total War campaign I have played on any difficulty in ages where I have this much territory and I have governors in place and everything kind of functioning as it should. Okay, well, there's a rank that I can fill. Maybe that's part of it. But our income is only at 1,500. It doesn't compute to me. So again, any Total War players or anyone who's just been watching it, if there's anything that I did not do earlier in the series that you can at least point out, so maybe future series I don't make the same mistake, that would be awesome. But it is frustrating. Maybe it's just a property of the DLC, but it seems unusual because I can do so little every single turn. All right, wavering loyalty. The guy whose loyalty was wavering, we just fixed. So we're good there, I guess. I am going to go ahead and upgrade the monastery here because we want Christianity to spread like wildfire down here.
Ready for orders. At your command.
I'm going to move this larger army to Oviedo to help with public order. I'm going to move this army away from Pamplona.
Get to it, men.
So public order is still doing quite well. We just need
We hunger.
to get some larger armies into these cities to make public order a little bit better, and hopefully income will go up a little higher, which would be great. Here's Pavia, which we never actually took. We were going to much earlier in the campaign. Oh wow, what are you guys doing? The Caesarians have a lot of armies. Maybe they're marching up to Salzburg. It's rough to march through the woods, though. Like, they're going to take a lot of attrition going through there. Arnulf, our priest. Additional authority, sure. I'm looking for information on corruption. Corruption is something that can take away from income, and it might be part of the problem here. But I don't see where there is a corruption problem, if there is one.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so thankfully that army decided they do have control of Dresden. So this is good, because there's some rebel-controlled territory we can take control of. Actually, they control all of the province of Bohemia. So that's why Sicily has armies heading up that direction. They're going to try and fix that problem. But they have their own issues because they have rebels down near Rome. So Sicily is not in as good shape as we are.
At your command. To your duties, men.
Alright, good.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Oh, we have lots of building options here in Pamplona. I'm going to build a siege engineer so that I have the option of building more advanced armies down here when I'm ready. Alright, so our brother's taking control of Zaragoza, which is good. That provides an additional buffer. They wouldn't be able to march in from here and take these territories as easily. I'm not opposed to that, necessarily. So we're at peace with the Caliphate.
We
The Kingdom of Brittany is just dying for that military access. Alright, so those promotions we just set in place were... Or we just set in motion, rather. Were accepted. And it looks like Charlemagne might be the one to take out the Caliphate down here, which is not the original plan. But again, because of the income issues, that ended up being, you know, a possible option.
Commander.
Actually, pretty soon we'll be able to build something in Oviedo, hopefully a church that will really help with public order. Because we're at 4 growth now, we need 5. So a few turns need to go by here, and we will be in good shape.
The Lord speaks through thunder.
I'm at a loss for why Brittany is so determined. Okay.
Ready for orders.
I would really like to build this army back up and maybe do some conquering against these rebels, but it would destroy my income. So I want to do conquering down here where the majority of my armies are that are already built up. Alright, so in maybe 3 more turns. I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here, and we will jump back in and see how things go with Charlemagne's war against the Caliphate. Looks like he's going to try and take a lot of territory, which wouldn't be bad because we have a good relationship with him, but eventually we have to go to war with him. So right now, the Holy Roman Empire and the Kingdom of Charlemagne are kind of buddies. Our brother, of course, as I've mentioned many times, is no longer alive, but his kingdom is still going strong. We just need to fix our income situation. So if you're watching this, okay, there it is. There's corruption in Galicia. Yeah, corruption is probably what's causing our issue. Yep. Look at this. It's insane. What do we have agent-wise? Anyway, sorry, I'll look at it in the next episode. I just need to find ways to reduce that corruption because that's what's bringing our income down. It's just a matter of fixing it. Or it gets a little bit more troublesome. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes of Crown of Charlemagne every day at noon EST. That's GMT -5. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next episode.